Hello boys and girls, Ant here, and I'm doing a solo Let's Play. I don't think I've done one for ages. I don't think I've even done one through this whole lockdown thing since March, even though I had plenty of time to do it. But yeah, I've got the early access version of Rogue Legacy 2, and seeing as Paul and I played Rogue Legacy 2 the original Rogue Legacy, a hell of a lot back in the day, I thought it might be fun to check out this early access version, and you can watch me be terrible at it. I won't record a massive amount because I'm recording this at 4K and I've never done gameplay at 4K before, and I want to see like what sort of trouble I'm going to be in with file sizes for this, so let's give it a go. I did put out a video in 4K recently, the Mellow Gaming Recommends Free Rad Games episode, but I only rendered that out at 4K to stop YouTube from compressing the hell out of the Sayonara Wild Hearts part of it. Anyway, Rogue Legacy is very similar to the previous game. It's got a similar skill tree thing going on, although a lot of it is, blocked off to be added to a patch later. I think there's like a beta version you can access where you can access some more of the skills. I'll just bump the mic there, sorry. Out of practice. Let's exit the skill tree. And it's really similar. You've still got like items to get. I've got a sanguine chest. I haven't brought that one yet. That requires a lot of money. I don't know if it does anything special, but I got that from another area. But you can see it's like, it looks like sprites. It looks like hand-drawn sprites, but they're actually 3D models. And you can bounce on things. And I'm playing the regular classic style knight right now. Still give Charon your money when you go on here. But there is 3 other classes. There's a barbarian who can't move while you attack, but your attacks are a lot stronger and you have higher health. And you do a spinny thing when you jump. There's an archer, which is a lot of fun. He's a rate called Ranger, and you hold down the X button, aim and fire. Sort of gives it a little bit of a twin stick shooter feel at moments. But it's very different playing as the Ranger. I forgot I'd already picked my heirloom last time to pick this guy out. And there's a wizard as well, and I cannot get the hang of the wizard at all. But I'll show you one of the other ones anyway. But we're going to try to not get killed by all this. Let's use that, because this is fun. But yeah, it's very similar to the previous game, so I can totally understand, like, you might think, oh, there's not much extra. But there's tiny little things in there, just little tweaks and changes they've made. But it does feel exactly like the previous game, which is, I think, the most important thing. Is that, it feels like the game that we like, because they're good game. The last one's good. It's really good. You can bring up like the map there. There's a nice thing when you die. It does a thing where it shows you where you went in the map. I've got the shawl, which lets me dash. And I've got things. And you get these insights. These are like little sub-quests. The insights unlock like extra abilities, but I haven't managed that yet. I've got one. All I've managed to get so far is the dash. So one thing I'm finding, this is really difficult when you first load it up. Like, I was getting slaughtered on my first couple of runs. Let's go up. These are new, these things. You can travel through them. That's the exit. So you need to, like, oh god, run up really fast. There you go. But yeah, you jump in these things, go, and there's some puzzles that involve them where you're trying to figure out what route you should take and what not. One thing I am finding is there's not much food, he says, just as he gets some food. But yeah, I do find I lack food quite often on these runs. Like, don't get much chance to heal. I am quite strong right now, so I am doing a lot of damage with my attacks. That's new, you see, that recovery thing. Oh my god, I'm just... Sorry, just really doing bad. I had to concentrate for a second. But yeah, the new, when you get hit, you can do this recovery jump, which is a new little trick you have, which you can use to your advantage sometimes. Like, taking a hit so you can bounce yourself off an object. It's totally a valid technique. I can get that. That's not too odd. There we go. Money. these platforms are like them. They don't just crumble; they crumble when you jump, which actually does add a little bit more sort of gameplay flexibility to what you expect. Like sometimes you'll have rooms full of them, so you have to plan your jumps out to make sure you don't like run out of platforms to land on, which is quite smart. Or you can use them to your advantage and drop enemies into pits and stuff. Nothing here. Let's go down this way. I think these are a thing for later. You talk to them and it just says there's 1,000 whispers, but you can't make out a voice. I have managed to find the boss room on this first area, and the boss is nasty and I don't like him. That was stupid. Just so bad. I'm really bad at this. Like, hopefully by the time Paul and I get around to playing this properly, which whenever he's, you know, stops being scared of COVID and he's allowed over. To be fair, he's, you know, you got to be safe. Got to keep safe. But yeah, whenever he's allowed over next, we'll record some of this, like do an actual proper let us play. Oh, why is the camera moving over there? Oh, because there's more at the top. That usually suggests there's something hidden in the wall. I don't like these spear guys. Sometimes they go off the edge of platforms and sometimes they don't, and I can't figure out what determines that. Friggin' bastard. Oh god. Fire everywhere. Ugh, right, okay, here we go. Oh my god, just walking straight into damage, aren't I? Just dangerous stuff, just no health and safety around here. So anyway, how have you guys been? It's been a while since we've you know, been able to chat to you. Like, all the stuff I've been posting is stuff that was recorded back in like February. And obviously, you know, a lot's happened since then. I don't know if you've noticed. Oh god, what's going on here? Don't get hit. Okay. Well, messed that up. But I had the basic idea. Yeah, messed that up. Oh well. I'll know for later. I've never had that room before. Oh, we're at the boss. Should I take on the boss? Because I'll die. And I've only got 24 health left. So, yeah, why not? We'll have a brief preview of the boss. Oh, it heals me. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Gives you a little bit of healing. But I quite like the bosses on this. They're a bit more imaginative. In the last one, they were just like a big eyeball firing bullets everywhere and stuff like that. But this guy's quite a lot like the final boss of the first game, which I did beat. Jesus Christ. Yeah, not good. Do you know what? Yeah, he did that back to me. Yeah, he's quite a lot like the boss at the end of the first game. When Paul and I recorded our let's play of the first game, we stopped figuring, oh, we're making no progress on this. And then the next day I load it up and I finished the game in my first run. Just went straight through and beat the end of game boss. And yeah, that was stupid. But I don't like the wizard. The wizard is balls. Let's play as the wizard. Nostalgic filter makes everything look like a Game Boy. That's the barbarian. The barbarian's very similar to the whatever this guy's called, the knight. But let's try the mage, because I cannot get the hang of this mage. Oh, we can upgrade something. Let's increase health gains from meat. So, with the mage, you see you've got that circle thing there. You hit it, but if you're... Let's see if we can get... Sometimes enemies will get like in between, like that. So you can end up not hitting anything. You can hit with the staff, do like 19 damage. Hit with that, do 32. But yeah, it's a bit awkward. But yeah, I can't get the hang of him. He's a tricky boy. So sometimes I'll be running along and I'll go whoop and try to hit something and end up just missing it because it's right in between where the spell hits. See, like that? Sometimes you're forced to use the staff and it's a bit tricky. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's kill this guy. doable, it's just awkward. It's got a decent range to it though. And it does mean you can hit 2 enemies at once sometimes, which is handy, I guess. Money, money, money. Boom. I do like that with these flame things there's that little gas plume before they fire, which helps a little bit with your timings. Ooh. God, it's not very strong either, the mage. I'd kill them in one hit with the knight. Let's go back on ourselves. What's that? No jump in, no dash in, don't get hit. Oh, I know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go... No, maybe not. I thought maybe you had to bounce off the bottom bit. There must be something I'm missing right now, because I've no idea how you're supposed to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Hit everything. I do. I'm using my magic up. Why not? To the right. Why not? Oh, that's one of the teleporters. Money. Where does this lead? This leads to one of the challenges, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I haven't done this one. I've done the one to get the dash in, but this one, it's tricky. I'll skip all this text because, like I say, I'm recording at 4K, and I don't want a 500 gigabyte file. But this thing, you head all down here. You go through a series of rooms, and this thing, you read this, and it's like, oh, I lost a path, everything has been wrong. Demetrius, remember the moles give you elders taught you. He who gives 2 choices hides a third, so, oh, that's a bad choice, and that's a bad choice. There's a secret choice here. He's teaching you stuff. And this part's dead easy. I can do this no troubles. This guy tells you here, he's basically saying obstacles are just hidden opportunities. And it's the game's way of going, do that. Bounce off stuff. Point. See? Even wizards can do it. It's not just for knights. I messed up there, but you get the idea. There's a bit up here I always mess up at least once every time I try it. This bit, it's tricky. There you go. It's remembering to actually tap the button a second time. Because I don't know why I feel like if you hold it you should just bounce again. But obviously that'd be lazy. It's not skillful. Right, these guys, they're like, oh, a nightmare is ahead. Violence begets violence. Basically what happens here is if I do an attack in these red zones, those red things up there will fire a fireball at me, like so. When you play as a barbarian, that is really difficult because you can't move while attacking. So you're like exposed for a second. Can I? Look at that, open the door without setting it off. Bonus. But then you get here and this one's all like, oh, one can accomplish with kindness what one cannot by force. If I can reach a nightmare ahead of me, perhaps I can calm it down. And you go up to it and you talk to it and it turns off. And you'll come across these things in the game and during just regular stages later. Right, so we're going to talk to that. Whoop, talk to that. Boom. Boom. Kill him. Kill him. Oh god. Oh, this thing's hard to hit when you haven't got your friggin... Right, here's what I mean about these crumbly platforms. God. Boom, drop them onto the spikes. Which is what you do here. Send all these knights down to their death. And I messed it up again every time. You just got to jump and let them fall onto the spikes. That's all you got to do. But every time I get clobbered. Well, I died. And there's also the archer, who... I'll show you a quick little bit of ranger action. I won't go into the level, I'll just show you what it's like to play as a... Basically, the way the ranger operates. Get away, super IPS, I'm gonna... Oh, I can fart, watch this. Yay. You go, boink, bonk. And when you jump in the air, you can go... Whoop. Slows time. Gives you a little bit of backwards momentum. I quite like the Ranger. You do some nasty, like pretty cool trick shots with the Ranger. Like you can go whoop, boink, whee. You can jump around corners and stuff and fire the arrows off. But yeah, well that is Rogue Legacy 2. And you know, when Paul's able to come over next, we'll do a proper Let's Play, because by then there'll be more stuff in the game. Right now there's literally the first area with the boss, and there's like a second area. It's actually the third area, but it just lets you pass straight through to the third area. But there's no bosses there. It's just a simple area you can run around with a bunch of bad guys, and I got there like a couple of times and it's nasty. I get killed quite quickly. But yeah, that's Rogue Legacy 2. Thank you for watching. Do click on the link to an episode with under 1,000 subs video from someone with under 1,000 subs. I keep putting them on the end slates, but no one seems to click them through them. You know, I put them there to help share with you new channels. Recently I've been posting Gavin Spencer's Transformers review done quick there, because they're funny. Check them out. Anyway, I'll catch you later. I might do some streams at some point. See how it goes. Bye!